Hello everybody, welcome to this playthrough for Rookie Division with the tournament win here for the Sakura Hills 9-hole cup. The video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also visit golfclashtommy.com for more Golf Clash related content for free. Last but not least, get the best guys on the market by going to patreon.com/golfclashtommy, link directly in the description down below. Follow the info box on the right hand side here, guys and gals. We're looking to find the club distance information, also what elevation, what ball and what club I do feel being the best ones to play on the specific holes. If you do have any questions about that, email support@golfclashtommy.com. Can we get this video to 300 thumbs up? That would be absolutely amazing and I would be very thankful. In the end though, let's focus and go to hole number 1. For hole number 1, we're going to play with the quarterback. And here, the beauty part is that we can actually play with a low-level quarterback and don't have to focus on to have the highest levels. Play with a quasar, so we do not have to go that far up into overpower, in my opinion. We use as much topspin possible and as much side spin to the right possible. And we aim very close to the rough on the right. You may be wondering, why do we aim so close to the rough on the right? It's because we do want to get the ball to fly as much left to right possible, because the fairway is basically shaped in a way that when we hit the ball on the right side of the fairway there, the ball will bounce left, and then the fairway on the other side of the bunker will fall left to right, and then the ball will roll down as we want to. Be really careful with the overpower that you're using, because again, you don't need much, but a little bit could be good, so you're not going to go in, so you're not gonna fall into the bunker, obviously. Max with no elevation for the drive. Second shot, I'm playing in very close to maximum distance here with the Thorn level 5. Here you want to play with a short iron that does have at least the 3 bars of backspin. Leave the tip of the ball guideline short of pin, as otherwise you will come into hot, as you do not have a fully developed ball guideline until you get the Thorn level 8. Or it's not gonna be a fully developed in level 8, but it's gonna be at least close to fully developed, and therefore we need to really think about the ball guideline position here. So adjustment, I do adjust max plus a 10, and then it's time to take our shot. Obviously, when it comes to approach shots like this, we need to hit perfect. A great ball will miss to the right, and obviously a perfect would have been closer if not in the hole. But easy to say now afterwards. Hole 1 though is a very good chance for an eagle. For hole number 2, we're gonna play with our backbone due to its accuracy, and I would say mostly due to the accuracy, because we do want to use the blue ring to the left by the sand and blue ring at the top by the fringe. Playing this one with 2.8 backspin, and I'm also going first and foremost with 1 bar of side spin to the right. But then I changed, I played the 0.8 right spin instead, because I felt, we might not miss the right hand side here using too much side spin. Adjustment is going to be maximum distance with a 20% over adjustment. So we do adjust, and then it's time to take our shot. Now you can see that we need to have the 1 bar of side spin to the right, because look, we just missed to the left. So if we would have added that 1 bar of side spin, I'm pretty positive that that one would be going into the hole for a nice hole-in-one. Playing with a Marlin ball as well, you don't need to spend any better ball. It's better to keep it, you know, low, playing with those balls that we do get more frequently in free chest and in pin chest. So we can spend the better balls on other holes where it would be, you know, a better thing to do so. So now, Marlin ball, backbone, max plus 20, 2.8 backspin and 1 bar of right spin, then you're gonna be close for an hole-in-one. For hole number 3, we're gonna play an aggressive drive. We're gonna use max topspin and as much side spin to the right possible. And the reason we're using the side spin is because we do want to take ourselves away from the rough, as shown here on the video. Stretch out, look for the second bounce to show that it is in the second shadow. So you do have 4 parts of shadow that shows But the second part is the one that we are looking for. Adjustment is going to be max plus 10, and once you do adjust, you then push up to max if needed, and then we're gonna go with overpower. We don't need max overpower, but 3 rings of overpower is what we're looking for. So when you pull back into overpower, you will notice that the needle becomes longer. You do want the tip of the needle to go through the blue ring when it go past the bullseye. Then we're gonna come very nicely down to the fairway, and we're gonna leave ourselves up for most likely a maximum distance long iron here. It's gonna be somewhere between medium and maximum distance. However, though, it's going to be something that you're gonna have to measure every time that you are going to take this shot, because it's gonna be different depending on how long your drive is, or how far the drive has been. Now, second shot, we play 10% over adjustment, and once again, we play based on the club distance that you do have towards the pin. If you are the medium distance, you play medium distance, and if you're not, you play the other, obviously. Adjusting, and then it's time to take our shot. And you're gonna notice that we're gonna come very, very close here, getting this ball into the hole. The thing that I would like you to have in mind, though, that this is a very glitchy, inconsistent par 5 approach, that if you get a drop here, you should consider yourself a bit lucky, as it's very hard to replicate this type of shot. For hole number 4, we're gonna go with a maul-in once again. And that's going to be the same ball on every type of par 3 that we're gonna play. But that doesn't mean that we have a less chance for an hole-in-one. We still have an equally good chance, even if we would be playing with a better ball. Max plus 10 is our adjustment, but look, there is where we do want to have the ball guide at. So we do have the second bounce into that dark green square row, and we're using, in this case, no spin whatsoever. And that is obviously easier when we don't have to use any spin whatsoever. Maximum distance plus 10 is what I want you to adjust for. So we do adjust for maximum distance plus 10 with our backbone, and then we're gonna try to hit perfect. Perfect ball. And then we're gonna get this ball to bounce, and it rolls. And you can see that speed-wise we come in very nicely, but we need a click of a left spin, or we do need to move ourselves a little bit to the left. And that is up to you to decide what you feel the most comfortable with. So either you move just a tiny click left with your precision, or you just add like a 0.2 bars of side spin to the left, and then you will see yourself being just around the cup or getting it in for a nice hole-in-one. For hole number 5, we're looking to just transport the ball down the fairway. We're looking not to get as close to the rough possible. We're looking to get into a range where we can play with our sniper without going in between clubs. Maximum distance plus 10 is what we do with our drive. We're not going to push up anything. We're just going to use the 4.5 bar topspin here to our favor. And now we're gonna see a perfect ball, and the ball will then obviously carry down the fairway and roll as far as possible here. So we're looking to get the ball into a yardage that is going to be around 330 to 40. You know, 329 is a little bit too short in my opinion, but 330 to 340, that would be the better for us. Now for the second shot, we're gonna play very much uphill. This is a weird adjustment, guys. So we're gonna look for the bottom part of the yellow ring by the edge of the sand, and then we're gonna apply spin, which is going to be somewhere between 1.5 bar topspin to 2 bars of topspin with half a bar of side spin to the right. The reason I say 1.5 to 2, it's because it depends on how far you go with your drive. If you do go with a longer drive, it's gonna be 2 bars of topspin. If it is a shorter drive, it's gonna be 1.5, because the ball guideline is gonna be longer or shorter depending on how far you are having towards the pin. Now I do play this one very close to maximum distance here. I would, however, though, recommend to play medium distance minus 30. The problem we do have with this shot is that we do adjust from a higher to a lower point, which means that we're going to lose distance. So be very careful with your adjustment, and if you feel you even remotely close to uncomfortable with this type of shot, play on the left, curl the ball to green with the knowledge that you won't get anything better than a birdie. But if you do want to go for the eagle, the rough bump is going to be your play. For hole number 6, we're gonna play out to the right. And it might look a bit scary, but it's not. You do have a lot of room for error here. I'm using 4.5 bar topspin and also side spin to the right. I'm looking to see the ball guideline going clearly over the rough and, you know, being clearly away from the rough to the left as well, so to give myself room. So max plus 10 is my adjustment, and then it's time to take our shot. And we notice here to get the ball to bounce over the rough and then to roll outside the shadow that you can see there. And that's kind of what we're looking for here on this hole. 347 yards were the drive for those that are taking notes. Now, second shot is gonna be pretty much in complete max distance with sniper level 5. Have in mind that this is a very low level sniper, and if you do have a sniper that is in a higher level, you're gonna have more power, and therefore you're not gonna be in the max distance from the same yardage. So have that in mind. Now, using 3 bars of backspin with the ball guideline to the hole, adjustment is going to be maximum distance plus 10, and then once again, it's time to take our shot. Very important here now, as we do go for the rough bump, that we do have in mind that with the sniper, with its perfect accuracy, we can hit great left and great right, and we're still gonna be nowhere near missing the rough. But here, we do need to play this type of route, as any other type of route is going to make the albatross attempt so much harder. So therefore, we go for the rough bump to try our very, very best to get an albatross here on hole number 6. So for hole number 7, we are going to attempt a rough bump, and we're going to do that with the Goliath and playing with a Marlin ball, which is a power 0 ball. I do want you to play with the Goliath if possible, because it does have a good amount of power, and playing with Backbone, playing with Saturns will be giving you a bit of a trouble for 2 reasons. 1, it doesn't have the same amount of power, and also 2, that the ring adjustment will be slightly different depending on what club you're having. In the ring, completely inside the rough with no spin whatsoever, you can see that the ball guideline was very short to pin, and that is because Goliath level 6 does not have a fully developed ball guideline. Then we need to leave the ball guideline short of pin. Adjustment is medium distance plus 5, and that will take you for an hole in 1. And the thing is, the reason we go right, like rough bump, instead of going left and bounce on that fairway pad there, is because the rough bump is superior when it comes to getting a hole in 1. And when it is a 9-hole cup, it is very important for us to do the more aggressive routes if there is a bigger reward towards it, because, you know, we do not want to risk the fact that we are not gonna play for a hole in 1 and just play for a birdie, which we're gonna do on the left. So we play rough bump for a good chance for a hole in 1. For hole number 8, we're just going to use our quarterback to lay up on the fairway. We're looking to play with a driver with a good accuracy and a good ball guideline, because that will help us to get to a consistent distance all the time. And that's going to be the key for this specific hole. So I'm using 3 bars of topspin and then 2 bars of side spin to the right. You will notice that I will change to the katana here. And that is because I do want to have a little bit more distance for the drive, so we're not going to fall short into the rough. And also, the 3 bars of side spin is very helpful. But if you do not have any katanas or very low on them, Quasar is totally fine. Adjustment is max plus 10, and then we push up to max. And then we go with half a ball of curl outside the adjustment ring to the right. And our plan is to get into somewhat short iron range. Obviously, we're not looking to get too far up on the fairway, so we do get into the rough, but we're definitely looking to get at least in a way close to the green. Now, you do have a decision to make here. You can either use backspin and play on this uphill fairway that is before the green. The problem with that is that you're going to have to reduce backspin massively, and you're going to have in mind that this is very, very difficult to control that type of shot. You see here that even if I now reduce the backspin, and you can see that this bounce is going to be very, very weird. So my recommendation, if you do feel comfortable, is to go for the dunk. That's going to be the best way to get an eagle, but I totally understand that that might not be a way that you feel comfortable with. So you either go and bounce up towards the pin, or you go for the dunk. Here I do find myself in some time problem, and I do have to rush that shot, and I do miss my adjustment slightly. But we're gonna play maximum distance minus 10% for that dunk. But once again, I'm not forcing anyone to play the dunk, but I'm telling you, it is the best possible chance for an eagle. For hole number 9, I would strongly recommend you to play with the big topper if you do have that one unlocked. And that doesn't matter if you have it in level 1 or level 7, you should use it if you do have it unlocked. Sure, if you do play with any other type of superior driver, like an Extra Mile level 8, or like a Thor Sama level 5+, or Apocalypse level 3+, then those drivers will work fine as well. The thing that we're looking for is power and topspin. But as on this account, I do have Extra Mile level 5, which is not going to give me that much distance, and also not topspin either. I only have 4.5 bar, and that's why I go with the big topper. Those of you not having the big topper and have very low level drivers, I would strongly recommend that you use one of the Berserker balls that we can win for free in the golden shot, because that will compensate for the lesser distance that you will get than other players here for the drive, because the drive is the key. We do need to get the drive high enough up so we don't have to use like a max topspin or max overpower to get the ball to green area. So we're looking to add around the 3.5 bar of topspin, and we're looking to aim with the ball guide to come a bit on the left side of the fairway into the green. The plan here is not to go for the pin, as you probably have noticed already. My plan is to get this one in a safe way to the green to putt and make the eagle, because that is what the general player is going to do. The other part of the player base will hit a birdie here. They will not hit an albatross because it's too tough. And I hate to rule out an albatross attempt, but again, we need to be realistic that we do not have the time to dial in anything else. So we just land it on green using a little curl to the right to just push the ball a bit more to the right, and then just take the birdie putt and making an eagle here in hole number 9. And our focus should be to get drops on any of the other holes in this tournament. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough for Rookie Division with the tournament win here for the Sakura Hills 9-hole cup. Make sure you get the best guides on the market by going to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. The video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and I want to say a big thank you for watching, and good luck in your Golf Clash game.